All right, let's get into it. Okay, so since the beginning of the conflict in Eastern Europe, you know the one. There's been a lot of talk about who's going who's going where, what's going who, what's happening. All right, it's been a really interesting thing. All right, just forget how to read. You're right. That would make things way better, because people have been saying it's their like solemn duty to go fight in Eastern Europe. Just people out of nowhere have just like picked up all of their stuff. They've sold their belongings. They go running to Poland to go get to the border of Ukraine. And that's interesting because not only have I heard about this, one of the YouTubers that I watch have heard this, has happened to them as well. It's been really interesting because their friend actually decided to go to Ukraine. Let me see if I can pull this up for you super duper quickly. Here we go. He released a video about it a couple of days ago. It's called A Leap into the Unknown. British man joins the Ukrainian International Legion.
This video is being made in something of a hurry. That's because not many minutes ago I interviewed a friend of mine who has volunteered to go to Ukraine to fight. And I thought it important that this video be recorded and then uploaded in a timely manner. He actually got in touch with me some days ago, but I said, have you told your family yet? And he said he hadn't. And I said I didn't want to be the way that they found out. It might be something of a shock. And he agreed. And he also said that he wanted to wait until he was at the airport with all the kit, with a paid-for ticket in hand, ready to go, in case he didn't raise enough money to buy the kit, and in case he backed out. He didn't want to look a fool. He wanted to make sure he really was going to go through with it. Went away. The temptation is to say, oh, well, circumstances are not favourable now. We can't do a video call. It'd be better with pictures. We'll do this on Monday. But maybe he won't be available on Monday. He's going there now.
So his friend isn't going there as like, you know, gun in hand, combat rolling, lay him out flat. What he wanted to go there for was to be a combat medic. Let's move to something that happened a couple of days ago that I want to show you all. We could just take a look at this really quick.
Officials say a Russian attack on a military training base in the western part of the country killed at least 35 people and wounded more than 130 others. More than 30 Russian cruise missiles targeted the International Peacekeeping and Security Center outside of Lviv Sunday morning. The facility is also known as the Yavoriv military complex. It's less than 15 miles from the closest border point with Poland.
This base was one in which not only were they passing a lot of hardware through, but it's also, like they said, trainers. Now, those trainers over the years have been from multiple types of people. Us here in the US, we put trainers there. NATO's put trainers there. EU's put some military trainers there. But there are trainers there at the moment that are part of Ukraine's International Legion, which is the legion that people join when you are outside of Ukraine and you come to the country to fight or to apply whatever you want to help the war effort. All right, so that's the base that they targeted. Now, we're not sure how many. We're not sure at the moment how many people who died were because there were 35 people who killed, 150 people who were injured. 130 who were injured. We're not sure how many of those were foreigners, but we do know that a non-zero number of them probably were, and that was a real big shock for a lot of people who were deciding that they wanted to go into Ukraine to fight. That this is real. It's not just on TV. It is real, and it is dangerous. And then there's Redditors. So here's this interesting post. Hundreds of Swedish volunteers are going to Ukraine to help the army servicemen. They've joined. Now, this subreddit is Volunteers for Ukraine. You would think, all right, that there are lots of things that you've heard Redditors doing for karma. You thought maybe to yourself, maybe there wouldn't be really them going to Ukraine for karma. Boy, do I have to tell you something, all right? Do I have to tell you something? Now, there's a little guy, and his name is Spindocto. Not sure which one. Who is a Redditor who allegedly went to Ukraine. Now, once again, it's hard to do any hardcore confirmation on how much is real, how much is fake. All right. But there have been lots of people who've been trying to pretend that they're going to Ukraine. Here's this guy specifically here. Just landed in Poland, all the way from Jersey, getting fitted currently, ready to obliterate Russia. The glory to Ukraine. All right. This one was taken down because this one was fake. This is not real. All right. But the most real one that people have been talking about,
very real.
that people have been able to verify, is this spin guy. Yeah, that meme was very fake. It was this spin guy. Now, he posted on Reddit for a little while about how he wanted to go to Ukraine, about how he was getting in and everything. All right. And he wrote recently about how he was allegedly at that base when it was bombed. Now, here's the original post of that he posted. He already deleted his Reddit. So he's been deleted. This is from 7 days ago. He posted the video of the bombing that happened at the base that he said he allegedly witnessed while he was there, right? And this just take a look at what some Redditors had to say. Looks like you managed to post it. Well done. Thanks. Doesn't feel great to have to prove to people that 35 guys died right next to me this morning, but the people need to know what's going on. Gotcha. Hope you're not too shaken. Thank you, Reddit. I appreciate you. We're all honestly pretty shaken. Before he deleted, he had to say cope. The monkey one is funnier, but I don't understand. Are you meaning to imply my post is propaganda, that the statement from Russia about targeting foreign combatants was propaganda? In that case, from the former, Lamau as the latter, I can't imagine how you could not see now they are in fact serious. Cope. Ah, yes. No, even when you're getting bombed by Russians. So never lose your flavor, Redditors. Never lose it. Stay frosty, all right, partner? Stay frosty. Here's the video that was posted onto Reddit. It's I'm pretty sure I searched through this video and I didn't see anything too crazy, but yeah, here's the video of the barracks that were bombed. Yeah, so this is what that guy posted. Now I gotta tell you, no matter what, please, for the love of God, don't let the drive for karma drive you into an active war zone. Because this is what's been basically happening. Is there have been other reports as well of Redditors basically doing war tourism in Ukraine, just kind of rolling around, seeing what they could post on Reddit to get some to get some extra karma. People have done this as well during like the BLM protest. It's just kind of this now on steroids. Now that things have kind of died down and not as much is going on, they need something to do, right? Yeah, so they want to pick up a little bit of journalism as a pastime. Get a little bit of Reddit while you're on the way. Yeah, do it for Vine. Yeah, do it for Vine energy. And here is this. Dude, I deleted all my posts because I didn't go to Ukraine for the clout. I asked the right questions, deleted my posts, actually bought a plane ticket and brought my ass over. I said in another comment that yes, it was 35 Ukrainians killed because their barracks got hit, but 180-ish but the 180 bullshit is real Russian propaganda. If you think I'm a Russian agent, you're just in denial. The situation is absolutely hacked. Go ahead and join Legion by all means, but is very aware of how bad Kyiv is going to get, and I'm aware that Russians have warplanes. You will have next to nothing. Be very accepting of the possibility of death. Sure, like imagine writing in a Reddit post, all right guys, be very aware that if you go into a military war that you may die. They have bombs. Be very acceptant that you could get bombed. Really? Yeah, imagine flying all the way to a war. Maybe he went to the war zone. He is a Redditor. Maybe he went to the war zone to go see to go finally use was it Starlink? Elon Musk Starlink for the first time. He's like, man, that'd be sick. I worry for a lot of them because their heart's in the right place. Just with the hype out around all of this, it's very easy for someone to get sucked in, and whether that be because you think that you can get some karma, some clout, some likes with some stuff that you see, or that you think that you could really help when you really can't. Just remember that this is a real ass war zone. People are getting blasted. It's not as cute as you think that it would be. Report average male 4,000% less effective in fights than you would imagine. There's a little article that was written. This shit's wild, okay? War tourists are on their way to help Ukraine. And you know what? That's the best way to put it. Bro, I'm sorry. If your war experience is playing Call of Duty, you can't help Ukraine. You can't help them, all right? Not with you boots on the ground, all right? You can't do it. I promise you can't do it. I want to travel to Ukraine, but I have no military training. From 12 days ago, Volunteers for Ukraine. And just like every subreddit, it spawns the dumbest talking points that you've seen in your entire life and brings the most incredible human beings out into the forefront and into the light from whence they from the darkness from whence they came. All right? They want to defend the country. The writer, Dark Wizard 333, an account that only appeared on the site a few weeks prior, described the frustration in sitting and watching what's happening from the UK, saying that he just went to a protest and donated. If I travel to Ukraine, is there something I would be able to do to help without being a liability? They ask. Don't want to just turn up and be clueless. All right, going to Ukraine. Going into the middle of a war zone is different than going into like a protest. All right. It's much different. As much as some people want to tell you, the police usually won't just bomb you. Now they'll be using some pretty dangerous munitions sometimes, but there's a difference between getting hit with a rubber bullet and getting hit with tear gas and getting hit with like a drone strike. All right, bestie, just keep donating and just stay home. All right, that's how you do it. All right, just keep posting on Reddit about how cool it is that the Ukrainians are fighting for themselves. Please don't go to Russia. If a friend came to you with these questions, you'd probably tell them to step back and reassess what you're feeling. The problem is when it comes to Reddit, all right, it kind of reminds me of incel forums, and I'm not saying that they're all like incels or whatever, right? The problem with this is that if your friend came to you, here, just chat. What would you say to your friend if they came to you and was like, do you think that I could go to Reddit? Just normal ass dude, works as like a cashier at Target, all right? They come to you, do you think I could go to Ukraine? Like, I have a couple $1,000, you know, I have like $5,000 in my savings. They still like live at home, okay? So they can save that much. All right. And they're like, I've been really thinking about just making it to Ukraine. Do you think I could help them? What would you say to your friend if they came to you with that? Are you high? You have no military experience. Go buy health insurance. Donate. Don't go there. You'll die. The thing is, I tell them, no, actually, you are fucking delusional. Do you think I could go to Reddit? No. Do you think I can go to Ukraine? Double no. Yeah. The thing is, with a lot of these subreddits and a lot of these like groups, is that they've kind of gotten a sort of drowning machine of propaganda for themselves where they feel like anything's possible. All right. You hear a good story about someone going and you think that you can do it. You lack purpose in life. You feel like you want to help somebody. You want to do something. And you feel bad just sitting there. And a lot of guys feel this way. They feel like emasculated sometimes. That we've gone with the like whole idea that like fighting with your own two hands and being in the trenches, and you're holding your like Bowie knife, and you got like a war paint, and you spent the last couple weeks pissing in jars and drinking with deers. Drinking a pond water with the deer out there, okay? And you got no shirt on, you got like camo, all you got is camo, your boots, your gun, and a couple more magazines left, all right? And you're running out there and you're taking out the Russians, and it sounds cool until you get blown up. And then it's not cool anymore. It's not cool at all. You get bombs dropped on your barracks, all right? And it's not cool. You realize you're not fucking Rambo, all right? You're not that guy. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. But with a lot of these places, they make you feel like you're that guy. You get a sort of like propaganda drowning machine where everything starts to feed into itself, where you think that you can do things that you absolutely can't. There's no possible way that you could help Ukraine if you're some random ass dude with no military experience, no military gear, no clue what it feels like to be in war. And you just come from fucking Reddit. All right. You're not there to help Ukraine. You're there for the karma, and you're there for honestly, you're there for yourself. You really are. You're not, if you have no training and you drop off there, you're not there for Ukraine. You're there for yourself. You went to prove something to yourself. You went there to make yourself feel better. You went there to make other people look at you different. You went there to like be a man. You being a man does not help Ukraine fight off the Russians. All right, dog, you don't respawn. You becoming a man and getting karma and doing all this stuff, this does not help the Ukrainians. You will be a liability. All right. The Dunning-Kruger effect is in massive overdrive on Reddit particular. But when this sort of stuff happens, it goes on hyper overdrive. Okay. You're pumping turbo right into the engine. All right. And the whole shit's about to shake apart. But you know what? It's taped together like a codename Kids Next Door creation. And they're keeping it together for as long as they can. But it is not okay. This is not okay. All right. This is not okay. And just like with the incel forums, how they'll like feed into each other and make themselves believe things that aren't really true. And they'll feed off of stories like this to make them feel like they can do whatever, or make them feel like the world is this way, the world is that way. Same with any like insular group. They're on Reddit. They have that as well. Join the International Legion of Defense of Ukraine. Your citizenship is other than Ukrainian, but you're standing with Ukraine against the Russian invasion. If you want to actively participate in the fight for European freedom and democracy, you have combat experience, or you want to gain it in standing with brave Ukrainian defenders. This is just peak preying on guys. This is just peak preying on guys who haven't grown up. Let's be honest. All right. This is predatory. This is 100% predatory. Okay. There's no difference between this and the whoa flashing porn side ad 57 hot singles in your area who want to suck your pee now. All right. Or the, oh, you're jerking off alone on a Friday. How pathetic. You can change that today. There's nothing different in between there. All right. This is the same sort of tactic that they've gotten guys with no position in their lives, with no clue where to go, to get them to run into war and throw their lives away when there's no reason that they should have. They'll teach you what you need. A second objected to those cautioning against direct involvement or suggesting work with refugee aid in the neighboring Poland. And once again, honestly, if you really wanted to do something, and you really did, oh my gosh, lose the glasses. Here we go. All right, and I got an article to read. We'll see how this works out. If you really wanted to be a part of the action, you know, quote unquote, and you really want to have your feet on the ground, volunteer for refugee aid. If you live in like a European country, you can do that. Probably in your country, there's refugee aid. There are Ukrainians who are making it to your country if you're in Europe, 100%. Even here in the States, there's probably Ukrainians making it to the US in much smaller number. But there's, 2 million of them who've made it out of the country so far? So there's probably some who are making it to the US. And honestly, don't even just be about Ukrainian aid. Just help refugee aid, period. You know, get your feet on the ground. Do that, and the likelihood of you getting bombed in a drone strike is near zero. And that's great. You know, that's great. You don't need to do this. Don't listen to the idiots telling you not to go. You don't need military training, they wrote, linking to the website where citizens from outside Ukraine are applying. This is what Reddit looks like, bro. I'm losing my damn mind. As veterans and professional mercenaries flock to the region for a payday, Volunteers for Ukraine has become the controversial hub for the amateurs looking to get in on the action. While a few well-received posts there are from people with military experience in the harrowing reality of combat, the lifelong and the lifelong trauma that may come with it, the focus is largely on cheerleading anyone packing their bags and buying a plane ticket with the intent to reach the Poland-Ukraine border and join the resistance. In certain cases, this leads to enthusiasm for fake stories planted by trolls. Among the top voted content in the community is a thread by Gothic Piss. Imagine being bamboozled by an account named Gothic Piss that you and your friends cheerlead is a real Reddit is a real kind stranger. You give gold to a kind stranger because you think that he's gone to Reddit to fight the resistance like you're in a goddamn Star Wars movie. Like, here's the thing, all right? These wars are kind of just like the movies. They are these wars, honestly, they are just like the movies. They are just like the games. They are. The only thing is, you're not the main character, all right? It is just like No Russian. The only difference is you're the person standing in line at the airport and not the guy shooting, all right? That's you. You're the nameless NPC character who gets his head blown off and not the guy who saves the world by deactivating the nukes, all right? That's not you. That's not you. It's like Dream beefing with someone named Balls Lover 432. All right, that's not you, pal. You're not that guy who claimed to have served in the during the U.S. occupations of Afghanistan and Iraq. Currently in Germany, awaiting transport to Ukraine. He wrote, "After being evicted from my apartment, I knew this was the right choice." He attached, however, the photo is of a YouTube personality, Josh Saunders, better known as King Cobra JFS. He lives in Wyoming and was later denied being anywhere near the Ukrainian-Russian conflict. What the fuck? No! Thanks for the gold, kind stranger. Holy shit, look at the awards! 11 awards! Dude, Redditors are insane, dog. Listen, when we clown on Redditors here, all right, it's not just because I like making fun of them. It's because they're insane. They're genuinely insane. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? It's me in Germany. Yes, this does super look like Germany. Germany is this flat too, if you didn't know. Germany 100% looks like this. Dude has nothing to lose but his life. What a better way to spend it than off the streets and saving people. If I was in that position, I would go too. If some millionaire wants to pay for all my debt and make sure my family was taken care of, I would too. Fuck you, Russian warship. These guys are unironically daydreaming about being the contestants in Squid Game. They're like, oh my gosh, he's a man out there. His nails are painted black. He's out in the war. He's got his cowboy hat. He's got none to lose. Nothing's more scary than a man with none to lose. Holy shit. I'm losing my damn mind. John Halo. Yeehaw! If some millionaire told me all I had to do was throw my life away in a war that I had no participation in any way, shape, or form, and they would like maybe pay for my mom's like health insurance, hell yeah, I'd be throwing my life away. Sick hat. Putin is the modern day Hitler. You're doing a good thing, man. Say hey to Zelensky for us. Beers on me when you get back. Good luck, brother. I fucking hate my life. I fucking hate my life. Yeehaw! I'm not in Ukraine. I am not in Ukraine. He just got done with his emo phase, and he's like, I'm not gonna be emo no more. I'm gonna go take down some Russians. He's like the team in Deadpool 2 that all got hyped up just to die before the fight starts. Yeah, like, woo! They're hyping each other up, and they all just get like blown away. Snap back to reality. Throughout the subreddit are glaring signs of these would-be soldiers and woefully unprepared conditions on the ground, or already in over their heads. Someone apparently in the city of Lviv, in western Ukraine, triggered an argument about what equipment and body armor volunteers could expect to receive upon arrival, if any, by posting with his rifle and a bright yellow jacket in sweatpants. My man came looking like the kid from Up. Not from Up, my bad. From It. And my goodness. I got my rifle. I got my bright yellow jacket. I got my sweatpants.
This meme is very real.
He also posted an image with a blur of his face after potentially exposing his identity with an uncensored picture. He's like going on Reddit and like giving out his face and his identity and the fact that he's a fighter just out on the internet. You really think Russia isn't looking at that, dog? You really think that Russia isn't scrolling through Volunteers for Ukraine, finding them and just picking these people off in like little drone strikes? Holy crap. A trainer in unconventional warfare has asked how to travel from the US to Europe with multiple firearms. All right, guys, how do I get to he was like, he's just throwing all of his guns into a backpack, and like, how do I get to Ukraine from the US with all of my guns? How's this happen again? Yeah, running around the battlefield like just flat, 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 flat. Just his bare ass feet on the concrete, just running around Kyiv. Like, we got it. We're gonna get him, guys. An angry Redditor telling these people to stop LARPing as Rambo and pretending to be heroes. That is, was rebuffed by critics as a negative chump and a Russian troll that has low IQ. I'm losing my fucking mind. Imagine you're like, dog, you can't go to Ukraine. You're going to get your head blown off. Hey guys, looks like, hey, what? Looks like we got a real negative Nancy over here. Whoa, okay. All right, buddy, sure. All right, hi Putin. Holy crap, I'm losing my damn mind. They're trying to save your life, bro. Look at my Redditors, I'm gonna fucking die. Holy crap. I can't verify if this is a real account. The account is a year older. Only non-Ukrainians posts are particularly sad comment. Does size matter? Wait. The account is a year old, and the only non-Ukraine post is some particularly sad comments on an OnlyFans girl's post. Oh no. I weigh 370 pounds. I'm 6'4" and I'm Canadian and take medication. Would bring enough for many months, and hell would be willing to share with the med staff. Would they accept me? Would I be a hinder or help? I can stand, I can hold a gun, I can throw a grenade. You don't know if you can throw a grenade. Yeah, Canadian. Already off the plate. All right, you can say whatever you want about his health condition. Off the plate already that he's a Canadian. No, he can't help. Does size matter? Incredible. And the thing is, this is just sad. This is honestly just sad. The idea that, because like a lot of these guys who are being like drummed up, okay, the people who are falling victim to this aren't like the battle scarred like big fighters. It's these just like guys who have nothing really going for them, and they think that this is finally the time that they could like man up and improve it to themselves, improve it to everybody, that they can be something. Or they feel like there's nothing really left to live for, so I might as well, if I die, I might as well not like, you know, fall asleep and not wake up and like my neighbors to find me like 3 weeks later. I'd rather, like, I don't know, get fucking murked in Ukraine. Might as well, right? Siri, just box food for refugees. Your help is needed. You can stay alive. How do I bring my gun with me? I'm an American in unconventional warfare and emergency medicine. He wants to make it with his guns. Here, I want to make sure. Just a little double triple check to make sure that there isn't any blood in here. All right, we're pogging. I know for a fact I can throw a grenade. Whether or not it will explode any afterwards is anyone's guess. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure I could pick up and like throw. Yeah, unconventional warfare. All right, bud. Yeah, we all know you play COD. Chill. This is the guy who said he made it to. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here in Lviv, ready to go. Goddamn fucking Redditors, man. Goddamn Redditors, man. I hate my life. Is this your hero? Reposted for privacy. Yeah, he posted the original picture with his face on it, and so he reposted it again, but he blurred his face this time. Baby, no, what are you doing? Please go home. I'm begging you. Some of you need a fucking wake up call. You are not badasses. You are not soldiers. Most of you have probably never held weapons before. You're wasting your time and efforts if you go to Ukraine now. Russia's been playing it on easy mode. The shellings and bombings have only begun and the casualties have not even started to pile up. If you want to actually help, stop LARPing as Rambo. You're just going to be another corpse. Instead go to the Polish border and help refugees come across. Incredibly good post. Holy shit. What a negative chump. If you haven't realized already, nobody is listening to Russian trolls or anyone that's even closely resembles one. Real life military experience is the way of making people negative. There are reasons for that. Oh wow. Now this person is in the military. Are you friends with one another? I hate my life so much. So much, broski. What a negative fucking chump. Why can't the US send their troops in disguise as volunteers? Send the trucks and equipment desperately through NATO and have them transported into Ukraine and have volunteers pick them up. Separately, not desperately. Stupid autocorrect. Why aren't the Giga Brain, Big Brain, 5 Head, Big Brain? Why aren't these guys in control of how we get weapons into Ukraine? Still serving the British Army. This will hinder me when I reach the Ukrainian border, or will I still be able to be accepted to fight? P.S. I know if I make it back, I'll be mega fucked, but that's something I'm willing to take. In the event of death while volunteering, would there be any sort of pension or something left for my family? Bro, just a bit naive. So if I volunteer, will Zelensky pay my mom? Trump's alt account. I own a small gun accessory company. Have about 60 Trigicon scopes. How do I get them over there? How do I send over my scopes to Ukraine? Yeah, it's called volunteering, not a job application. My man he's thinking of this like he's gonna be working at McDonald's or something. Dog, what are you talking about? No, you're just dead and they'll never see you again. Your body will lay somewhere and rot in the Ukrainian forest somewhere, okay? And they will never see you again. That's what's going to happen. So I just made it to Warsaw and wanted one last beer before shit hits the fan. Finally, I find a bar and all it sells is this cherry wine. Aw, he didn't even get a road beer. Redditor goes to fight in Ukraine, gets to the Polish border, sees guys with neck tattoos, remembered parents are sick. Oh my gosh. Wait, I didn't read this one. Why I turned around at the border. TLDR, recruitment system is still being worked on. Only join via official channels. Slava Ukraini. Story starts out that I want to go help people in Ukraine and still do. I have plenty of combat experience in history and emergency care and security work. Oh, you're a security guard. You're a security guard and you're gonna call that like, oh my gosh. No one at this point speaks English, but we get by quite nicely with Google. He's Google translating his way to Ukraine. I love it. You didn't even try to like learn a little bit of Cyrillic. What happens if you get lost? Or you lose like connection, or your phone dies. Later, we meet up with 2 Belarusians with a similar story that went to fight injustice. After dodging tons of press, thank God for Corona face masks, we finally were supposed to enter Ukraine, but my new friends were not allowed since they came from Belarus and were denied the border since their blood was from Belarus. Do note that we got denied entry in the military servicemen waiting on the side of the control. Additionally, the recruitment process was not used yet.
This meme is very real.
The recruiter told me the contract was in English, but also it lasted until the end of the war, whatever that means in technical terms. However, wait. We're told to wait at the hotel until they would give us a call from the international security. However, they called back and I was the only one that could go since I'm not from Belarus. But for me to go all alone to a military camp to sign a contract I have never seen in Ukraine. Additionally, I don't know of any Russian, Polish, or Ukrainian. I don't know any Russian, Polish, or Ukrainian. Seems a bit risky by itself, but okay. This is what you think's risky? Not dying? Not dying in a car bomb? You think? Really? You think? This is risky. Signing a contract, signing my life away in a contract in a language I can't read in a country that I've never been to, completely alone. this is now, and then I started to think to myself, this is risky. This is weird.
This meme is very real.
This meme may be very real. Wild. The recruiter told me the contract was in English, and it lasts until the end of the war, whatever that means. However, I have sick parents and asked them if something happened to them, could I leave? But the question in our contract was not answered. Therefore, I chose to drop the project. Lessons learned, things to consider. If we were the first true volunteer for the army, we're the rest. I'm losing my mind. I'm so freaking badass. I made it. The project. Yeah, drop the project like it's an experiment. We dropped the project. just yeah, just like, all out war could be the beginning of World War III. I decided to just drop the project. I spent thousands of dollars and weeks making it to Eastern Europe. But then before I signed my life away in the contract, I realized my parents are sick. And then I just turned around and walked away. Incredible. Just like the lack of thought process at all is truly probably one of the most interesting things I've seen in my entire life. Wait, this isn't like wait, I can't just, if my mom calls, I can't just press pause? Ma, I can't pause, it's online. Ma. But most worrisome and indicative of the direction that r/Volunteers for Ukraine may be trending is the stubborn refusal to hear out veterans trying to talk civilians out of going to war. Bro, the non-military people in the comments here seriously telling the veterans that their concerns and advice isn't valid is concerning, an observer commented. I was in the military as well. These guys don't understand just how expendable they're going to be. No training, no experience, don't even speak Ukrainian. In the near peer conflict, and artillery and air can reach anywhere in the country. It's straight delusional.
This meme is very real.
The same day, someone suggested confining the reasons for not volunteering in Ukraine to a single mega thread so that the moderators could then ban any other such discouraging comments on other people's posts. They actively want people to just throw their lives away. They don't want to take any advice. Dog, I played video games before. I know how this works. Reddit mercenary national anthem. Oh, is this it? Wait here. That's him. That's them. That's all I want. That's all I want. Please, anything. Please just let me throw my life away. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. So there I was about to throw my life away in an unjust war. And then I realized my parents are sick. Why do so many guys have the fantasy of going to war? I'm a trans guy, and even I've used it. Propaganda and toxic masculinity. Here, you've probably seen this before. Like, what is the greatest honor like a soldier or a guy can have, right? Like soldier period. Like what's the greatest, what's the greatest honor just a man can have in regards to like his country? That is being a soldier, okay? And what's the greatest honor a soldier can have in a war? Dying. It's not living, it's not how many people you save. The greatest honor that you have, the people who are honored the most when war happens are the people who die to turn your parents into Purple Star veterans, to Purple Star parents, right? For you to die, for them to put you in the ground, press X to pay respect, drape the American flag over, have a Marine play the horn for you, all right? Your mom and dad get a Purple Star, and that's it. That's it. That's peak right there. That idea right there. And states have seen a great opportunity to use guys and that like and toxic masculinity to rope them into being a part of their wars. Like this has been talked about in the world wars. The second one in particular, where like the lifespan of a soldier, as it was like getting down because they studied how long they could use a guy who didn't die in the war before his mental state just like breaks to the point where he can't be effective in war anymore. Right? They said that they could get more time out of a guy. They can get a longer war lifespan out of a man if they told him that if he didn't keep fighting, he would be a pussy bitch, right? It would be an unmanly thing to do. Remember you talking about that? Yeah, it'd be an unmanly thing to do. And you know what? That got guys to go out there and get like blown up. And they saw their friends get blown up and they walk out there and they get blown up too. Because they didn't want to be unmasculine. Remember, all right? Remember, we talk about identity and that being important in regards to, we talk about identity and being and your identity being being like important to you in regards of trans people a lot and validating their gender. You know how much turmoil trans people go through when it comes to like their gender, the dysphoria that happens there, like that, right? Imagine that. Right? And that's what it feels like. Trans people don't have a monopoly on gender dysphoria, not like medically, but like the gender dysphoria is in like the dysfunction that you feel when you feel disconnected from yourself and the gender that you like want to be and how you want to be perceived in society. Trans people don't have a monopoly on that, right? A lot of people go through it too. But this is like weaponized gender dysphoria when it comes to men. Literally weaponized gender dysphoria is that the like getting recruits in, getting guys in, hyping them up to the point where you're like, okay, you can go and you may die, but even if you die, I'll buy you a beer if you come back. But if you don't, I'll buy your mom a beer. And they're like, you know what? So true. And they go up and they go out there and they just die. A lot of them don't make it that far, but some of them do, and they just die. This happens all of the time. I don't think a lot of people talk about it in the sense of how important to validate that that gender is. It's just really interesting how like in a capitalist sort of like nationalist society that it just happens to be that the way guys validate their gender in this sort of traditional masculine way benefits the state, as in becoming a soldier and dying in a war that they told you to go run out in. And like the best way to be like a countryman is to like venerate the flag and like, you know, send the boys out there, right? Oh, do the same experiment but tell them dying is gay. The death rate drops to 0. Actually, death rate drops to 2%. Same with same as the gay population, drops to 2%. Weaponized cringe. Can we make a mega thread where people can argue why they should not volunteer and then ban everybody else? I don't care if you're a Navy SEAL with 300 recorded kills. If volunteers want to go and volunteer to fight, then they post here asking for support. This should not be an opportunity. This should not be an opportunity of you swinging, flaunting your military career and telling everybody else how bad they'll be at combat compared to you. Oh my gosh, they see military vets. The cope is insane. They see military vets telling them that they'll die and it won't be fun, as like to be, oh boo-hoo, here we are, Mr. Big Dick 300 Afghans killed, telling me war isn't fun. Go kill some more Syrians, all right? Leave me alone. Save some Middle Easterners for the rest of us, all right, bud? You've had your full. Holy crap. And you mad lads going to be on the plane with me? Frankfurt, Krollau? Is Poland? Germany to Poland. Ye mad lads. Me and the mad lads. Whoa. My squad of mad lads just got killed. It's Poland? Yeah. My squad of mad lads just got killed. That's so unpoggers. At least they were wholesome, Big Chungus 100. You're breathtaking. Breathtaking. Dude, my Redditors who came with me to Ukraine, they're breathtaking, as my Lord and Savior once said. Just like the Russian chemical weapons that they used on my platoon. It'd be entirely reasonable measure that the risk expectation of self-deployment in Ukraine and to take stock in your own limited skill set before taking the leap, but the subreddit actively undermines such analysis in favor of spontaneous adventurism and heroic narratives. And this is where I think Reddit needs to step in. Reddit, as in like the company, needs to step in and shut the subreddit down. They've shut down RT, they've shut down Sputnik, both are like Russian propaganda news networks. They need to shut this down. This needs to be shut down. Because as funny and goofy as it is, this Reddit is calling for people to throw their lives away when they've done nothing in their lives besides graduate high school and work at Walmart. Like, and that's fine and everything, but that gives you the skill set to like donate and help refugees, not to fight a war that's halfway across the world from you. You can't do that. You shouldn't do that. And it's surreal seeing these guys being preyed on again when it comes to their lives, being preyed on by not only, honestly, Ukraine too, but not only Ukraine, but also this Reddit, and making this drowning machine, telling these guys who feel like they want to have something more in their lives, to be a part of something bigger, that they can do it by being a part of Ukraine and just being cannon fodder. Honestly, dog, you're gonna be sent to the front line with the limited equipment that you have, without being able to speak any of the language, and you're going to die. You will die. You can't walk into war with no experience or training. You will die. That sign won't stop me because I can't read. So true. This mega thread can't stop me because I can't read. Oh, dude, Redditors, please, I'm begging you. Oh my gosh, dude, I'm losing it.